For today, our topic in Microsoft Excel is chart. So, first of all, what is chart? Chart is the graphical representation of a data. When we want to represent our data in the form of graphics, we use charts. There are many types of charts. For example, we use line chart, we use column chart, we use pie chart, we use area chart, and many other types of charts to elaborate or to explain our data graphically. So first of all, you must know the basics of chart. Chart can be easily drawn on the data. In Microsoft Excel, it is not very difficult. One can easily understand. For example, if I say to someone that read this information, instead I say that read the chart of this data. For example, one man, a common man, for example, who is not literate and cannot understand the numerics or digits, if he is presented this numeric data, he will not be able to understand this data. But if you present a chart in front of him, he will come to know that the sales of banana, sales of apples, sales of pears, and sales of kiwi is presented in this chart. In the similar fashion, if you say that one who is literate can understand the cricket analysis written on the TV screen, but the person who is not literate cannot understand the data written on the screen. He finds out about the information about the match from the given charts presented on the screen. He will find out how many overs are passed, how many players have been bowled off, and how many score is done. So that's why we use charts. I'm going to apply different types of chart on some data. For example, here I've got the result sheet of my students. I want to create a chart over this result sheet. Now I have two criterions here, the roll number and the name. I don't want roll numbers, I want the names. Okay, so I remove the column containing the roll numbers from this data. So I may be enabled to use other data for my purpose. Now in this data, I want to create a simple column chart. I want to know who is coming at the first position, who is at the second position, who is at the third, and so on. For that purpose, I will just click in the middle of data anywhere, or I will select whole data. This is your own choice, what you want to do. I just clicked inside the middle of the data and I choose the first command, the recommended chart. Recommended chart will now be displayed in front of me. That is showing me that I can create these types of charts over this data. It is recommending me the type of chart I need here. For example, I need this chart. This will be nice to present my data. Okay, this is a column chart and an org chart that is showing me the cumulative progress of my data. Let's click OK. After I clicked OK, you can see that the chart is presenting me the names of students and their respective bars. Now I can understand that Usman is at the first position, Ali is at the first position, Usman is at the second, Bilal is at the third, Dawood is at fourth, and similarly it goes downward. You can see that I can resize my chart also by clicking any corner of the chart and drag it outward or drag it inward. I can also move it like a picture and place it to any position on my worksheet. I can change the style of the chart also. You can see that here the multiple styles are given. I choose this black scheme. It looks nice and sleek. I can also choose the colors of the charts from here. For example, I need these bars to be in browns. I need them to be look in different way. This is the way I used my chart. The next option is a formatting chart. It is about, for example, this chart title. I'm going to change it. I will write the word picked academy results. You can see that it is showing me the title as I want it from here. This is the first most type of chart known as the column chart. This was recommended by Excel. Now I want to make column chart of my own choice. What I'll do, if you want to delete this chart, just click on the border of the chart and press delete button. From your keyboard, go to insert and choose the type column. You can see that there are many types of column charts given here. I've selected the type I needed, that 3D stacked column. I choose it from here. Now this chart is displaying my information as I wanted it. It is showing me the names of the students on every bar, and also it is showing me the colors. It is using different colors for subjects, for English, for math, for physics, for biology, and these colors are displayed on my bars. Now this is the way it is presenting chart in sense of students. I need it to be in sense of subjects. I want to know that our students got highest marks in which subject. I will just click chart design menu and I will go to switch row and column. The chart will be converted to, now the names of students are given below and the names of the subjects came on the top. Now I can see that our students have got highest marks in English. The second highest mark scoring is that for which subject? This is the series of obtained marks, okay? Physics, maths, and every chart is showing me the details of the students and their marking ratio on the chart. I can re-switch it back to the given criteria also. Just I will click here on switch row column button and it will convert it to the students. And now this chart contains many other options, like we can change the colors from here also. It is giving us the option of changing our color scheme. We can go to here and apply the style whatever we need. We can also change the type of our chart. We'll just click here and choose other types of chart from here. For example, I need it to be in this bar chart scheme. I just choose that bar chart and click OK, and it is converted to the given style. You can undo it by pressing Ctrl Z from your keyboard. You can format each and every given style of the chart. For example, I need to this chart title to be result sheet. I just selected the chart title and I typed result sheet. Now these greens are not looking better, so I selected all the green colors, and inside the format we choose a different color for them. For example, we need blue, we need reds. We can also change the color of every bar. We can also change the background of this whole chart also, okay? It is possible. Now this was the most simplest form of chart, that is known as line chart or bar chart. Now I want to apply a pie chart. Pie chart is a circular type of chart, as you know that. For that chart I have created a data. It contains the sales of different provinces of Pakistan, KPK, Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan and Kashmir, and it is showing me in form of quarters, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. For each showing me the sale of every 3 months in a year. Now this is the best data to describe pie chart. Let's see how it will elaborate our pie chart. For that purpose I just clicked inside the data, insert, chart, and we have selected pie chart. Pie chart has many schemes. You can choose any of them. I need this 3D pie chart. It looks better and looks nice also. So we'll change the title to quarterly sales in provinces. Now the chart depicts that portion for KPK, that is for Punjab, that is for Sindh, and that is for Balochistan. So from chart we can guess that we have the highest sale in KPK and the second is on Punjab. We can also apply these formattings here. You have seen that I have selected a style that is showing me the names with the given portion of the chart. Now I can understand that Kashmir is the highest selling area here. This chart also can be formatted and the color schemes can be changed from the toolbar. We can also switch the row column for this chart also. As I change this row column, I can see that there is no area name. It is showing me the quarterly sale of every quarter. This is how we apply the pie chart. Pie chart needs data to be in this manner. It must be grouped as we have grouped quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 and quarter 4, and we have applied it over areas. Okay, so this is something like a pie chart. Now I want some data to create the sparkline chart for me. For example, here I have companies ABC Incorporation, Alpha, Call and Zeta, and the average sale of companies from January to December. You can see it is showing me 4 companies and categories with respect to month. Now I want to create the sparklines here. Sparkline is a type of a chart that can record a single data. For example, I need the chart of ABC Incorporation, not whole data. Then I'll go to sparkline chart. I will not choose the simple chart style. Simple chart style will select whole records in a chart. Now for sparkline, I will go to insert and I will choose the style of sparkline. This sparkline contains 3 types of charts: line, column and win-loss. I'm going to apply the line chart over here. It is asking me for a data range. I selected the data from January to December for ABC Incorporation, only 1 record, okay, and clicked OK. At the end of the sheet, we can see that the sparkline is showing us that the sale of ABC Incorporation was lower in January, but it went to the highest and then it dropped again, and now it is on peak again. At the end of the year, we can apply this chart for other companies also. Just we'll go to insert, we'll choose sparkline, we'll choose the type of sparkline. Now we have selected column and we'll go to select the data range. and again click OK. It will display us in the form of spark lines. Again, I'm going to apply the third form, win loss data range, and I selected the record for that and click OK. This is the chart known as sparkline chart. Sparkline is also a type of chart that can represent a single data, a single organization, a single record. For example, we want to know about the progress of Ali. We don't want to know the whole progress of all students around here. So I enlarge the cell so I can be able to see the progress of Ali. So for that purpose, I will go to insert sparkline and choose the type of sparkline, then data range. I will click on the data range button and select the marks of Ali only. And now it is showing me the progress of Ali, that Ali was highest in the first subject, a little lower in the second, and by the passage of time Ali is going down, showing me the average progress of only one student, that is Ali. So sparkline is for individual record, for a single record. Other types of charts are for multiple records. Now I have another data. This data contains January to December in the rows, and in the column the sale of banana, apple, pear, kiwi and strawberry. I created this data to demonstrate other types of charts. Let's see how can we apply the charts over this data. For example, I am going to insert, and now I have applied column. I will choose line chart. This line chart, it is mostly used for cricket, but I have applied it over the sale of year. It is showing me the sale of each month in form of a line. So it's also nice looking and sleek chart. I'm going to choose another type. Now we'll choose a tree map. We'll choose the sunburst. You can select any of them. Tree map is also a type of chart that is presenting us the sales of all the months of the year. Now we are going to select some other type of chart. For example, this is statistical chart. It is showing the data in the form of a scattered diagram. Scattered diagram, the statistician persons can understand this diagram very well, but for a common person it is very difficult to understand, because it is showing the variance of the data, the divergence of the data or covariance of data. We can't understand it normally if we don't know the topic of this statistic. So I'm not going to explain it anymore. I just applied it over my data, and now another form of data is also a statistical chart. This is the waterfall model. This is also a beautiful type of chart. For example, a surface chart, a rudder chart. You can choose any of them to elaborate your data in the form of graphic. Now we are going to choose some other. This is the map. Map is only used for map type of data. What is map type of data? For example, if we have areas here, and we have in the column we have latitude, longitude, horizontal distance, vertical distance. This type of data will be presented by the map chart. And the last one is the pivot chart. We know about it very well, as we have discussed in the first pivot table. This is the pivot chart. Pivot chart is the modified form of pivot table. Let's see pivot chart. and go to OK. Now I want to know the sale of banana. It will select only the chart for banana. I want to know banana, apple and pear. It will display all of the records. This is pivot. I can explain all of them also. I can explain even a single record in pivot chart also. As we have discussed earlier about pivot table, it will be created on the basis of a pivot table. This is how we can insert or add charts on Excel sheet. Charts are the most important topic of Microsoft Excel. You must practice it thoroughly so you may be able to insert charts on every type of data.